Hello and welcome to Spy Money. Today is Thursday, March the 12th. We're going to do our morning brief. And what a change overnight. We're looking at ES right now. And with ES, when we started selling off up here, I never really thought we would actually make it down here. But we're here. And if we look at, this is the ascending broadening wedge pattern that we drew out several weeks ago, and we're actually completing it. Should be probably either today or tomorrow. We should be at the bottom, and then it should reverse. So we're there. The media can say whatever they want about the coronavirus or whichever, but I mean, charts just don't lie, and we're so close to right here. So if we zoom this in just to look at that. We dropped down to 2601.50 last night. This is a 1 hour chart. And what we're looking at is hitting the 25.29 range. And as far as getting there, that's not very far. So I think that today is probably the last day that you can get into some decent buys on different calls on, either either the ES or SPY or whichever. You may be able to hit some puts today and go ahead and come on down. We are going to touch this, and I believe with the way all the news and everything is coming together now, Trump's starting to do more speeches, they all know where this is. They all know where this trend is. So now that it's had the big sell-off, and now they haven't really said anything the whole time that we have been dropping. I mean, they've just let it drop and done nothing. This whole time right here has just been nothing but a drop, and they're just letting it do. And this is it hit a bear market yesterday, and the bear market will, in my opinion, stop on this trend. We had this drawn out. We've been looking for it. If you haven't been making any money here, it's really because you're not looking at the charts properly. I have done very well. I'm very happy with the outcome of this. When we started dropping here, I wasn't real happy up here. But then I changed my trading, and I started making money here. I made money on this right here, and then when it dropped out, they got me right here a little bit, and then I started making money again, coming down. So I've had some bad days through this whole process, but for the whole time it's been good. If you look right here, here's an M. It's obvious when you look back at a chart, but when you're actually charting it, it's hard to see kind of where you're going. But my thing is that we're at the bottom because of this trend that we had drawn out. And if we go back and look at it again, just so you can see the whole thing, we touching here, we touch there. There's no doubt that this is where we're going to be. And coincidentally, we're going to be close to a fib. It's going to drop below this fib that we have here. It'll drop below this one, which is 25.72. So we're probably looking 25.31, somewhere on through there. When we hit that, then I think that's when we're going to start raging. So I'm still bullish on the market itself. I've been bullish on a lot of it. I've been bearish on some of it. Right now, for say today, I'm bearish. But when it hits this right here, I'm gonna be full on calls. As far as like treasury bonds, gold, and such, they're all dropping right now. So the institutions are pulling their money out of the safe havens, the gold, treasury bonds. There's like the fear factor, the VIX, and all that. Since they're pulling money out of that, and those stocks are dropping, then I feel that we are, going to be going into the bull market again. And so the bears have won quite a bit. They made a bunch of money right through here, but the bulls are getting ready to take charge again. So that's where we are with the ES looking overnight. You can see we're still dropping right now, and like I said, we're going to continue to drop until we get to that 25.30 range. So I would say probably Friday's usually a sell-off day. But it wouldn't shock me that if at the end of today, I think we'll probably get a hard drop. And then once we get that hard drop, then I think that it's going to reverse either tonight or tomorrow, Monday at the latest, I would think. And of course, don't base your trades off of what I say, but that's where I am with it. Gold, we have been selling off for the last little bit. We had a bear flag here, and then we dropped out of that. Right now, in the 5-minute, we've got this M, and it sold off. Now we're in a another bear flag right here. So with the bear flag coming in right there, then I think that we're going to go ahead and continue to come on down and sell off. There's a chance we might come up and test that again, but I doubt it. I think that we are just going to sell off completely. If we look back at a 1 hour chart, you can see, I mean, I got in puts. Where did I get it? So I think it was, I got in puts right here. That was Sunday, Monday. I got in puts right there. And I've been riding through this. I bought $5,400 worth of puts. And there was times I was $3,000 down because it kept going sideways. And then, I just held in because I believed in my trade. You have to plan your trade out, and you have to stick to your plan. If you're right, in this case I was. Right now, when we come up, come down, my profit level, the most I've been is at $3,200 in profit. I'm still holding them. I plan on selling them today. I think this will drop out today. So if we drop out today, which right there, we're live right now. If we drop out today and come down, then I think we're probably going to be, so let me go back to the 1 hour. I'll tell you where I think we're going today. If not today, by tomorrow, is I think we're going down to this fib right here, which is 1589. And I've got my sell for right, I think it's at 1590 is what I have my sell for. And if I sell it there, then I'm going to do a 300% return. It's where I'll be. Actually, I guess it'd be a 200% return is what I'll have. So my $5,400 will actually be worth, somewhere around $16,000. So I'm looking to, do like a $10,000 profit drop right here. So if we come down to there, that's where I'll be. Once we get down pretty close to that, then I'll go ahead and sell. Because when we hit this, we're probably going to bounce up a little bit. And then when we bounce up a little bit, then I'm going to go ahead and buy more longer term. The ones I have now, I have 15 days left on. So I'd really want to get rid of those today before 5 o'clock. So that, because after we close at 5 o'clock on the futures and reopen at 6, then the theta kicks in and it kind of eats you up a little bit. So I'm wanting to sell today. So when I've already got my sell in place, and if it just drops real fast and hits it, then it's sold. So that's my big play of the week, is that one. I have some really good plays, but that's probably my biggest play that I've got. And so gold, I do think that we're coming down, and there's a chance we may not hit that today. It might be tomorrow. But with the way the market is selling off in the gold and treasury bonds, then that's where I believe we're going. And since we're talking about treasury bonds, let's talk about TLT. What a day yesterday. I got in right here in puts. So I wish I'd got in at the beginning, but I got in here, and I put $710. I think I got $310 in this trade right here. And when we closed yesterday down to here, my profit was $1,950. So I'm still holding. It went up, which I tried selling there, but I missed it by a little bit because I was going to buy them again up here. But now that we're increasing up there, then once I get sold, I'll just buy more long term. And I may just go ahead and buy some more. I think the ones I've got now, let's see if I look. Let's see here. I'll even put it on the screen for you so you can see. In fact, I'll put it won't let me show it, but I've got right now there is $1,950. It actually hit $2,200 yesterday. They are March 20th puts. So I'd like to go ahead and get rid of those because we're getting close to the time frame that I don't like to be in. So we're at 312 now. So I really want to get something a little bit longer term because theta starts kicking in at 21 days. So I want to go ahead and get rid of these today. So, whatever we, when this opens up, this will start selling off again just like it does every day. You can see here it raised up, come over, and then it just sold off. So I'm thinking that I can probably get between $5,000 and $6,000 profit by the time it actually sells off today. Once we sell off, then I will wait till the next day and go ahead and buy more puts, but I'm going to buy 30 days out. I might even buy 60 days out. Probably 60 days out, because this is going to eventually come back down to, let me get it back over here. This will eventually come back down to this threshold here. So if we come to here and do, so I think we're going to be back down to the 143 range pretty quick. And when we get there, actually I might even go even further, but I think we'll get down to the 143 range pretty quick. And if we get down there, then that is going to be a lot of profit just right there. So I'll probably end up putting, since I made so much money on this drop, I'll probably take maybe $1,000 and buy more and get those to where, maybe I can get another home run like I did on the ones up here. So it depends on what the premiums are. But, as I've always said, you're better off to buy puts on the way up. If you buy them on the way up, you can get the premiums go down and you can get them cheaper. If you're buying on the way down, you're going to lose money because the IV is so strong. If the IV is high, then you're buying too high. The best IV is under 30%, but it's hard to find that sometimes. So that's the Treasury bonds. So we talked about the gold ES. Let's talk about crude oil. Crude oil, I'm kind of getting hammered a little bit. I bought, let's see, I bought, right on through here, I bought calls on it because I thought it was going up. And then all of a sudden it just sold off and sold off again last night. But when the market turns, this is going to shoot up. So today I'll be getting more crude oil calls to hold, and I'll probably put 60 days out on those. I want to hold those for a good while. I might do 30 and just sell them off and just keep on scalping them up every week, just sell them off. So I might even do that. So I'll buy at least 30 days out, possibly 60. And again, I'm bullish on the oil. It's at all-time lows. I think right now is the best time to buy. I wish I'd have got in right here. I just didn't think about it. So I'm bullish on oil. And again, if you're buying something to sell tomorrow, I wouldn't get in yet then. But if you're buying something for long hold, then I think that's a good idea. We got NG. I ended up buying, let's see, yesterday. I had a good play yesterday, and it was all by accident. We take this one here out. We don't need that trend line in there. I ended up buying calls right here, along through here somewhere. And it started dropping, and I thought, man, I messed up. And then all of a sudden it spiked up. And then when it got up to this 50% or 150% fib, then I went ahead and had a sell and got out. I knew that the 618 was coming up, but I wanted to go ahead and sell in the strength. And if we look back on a 5-minute chart, you can see right here. You can see when we come out of this and that strength right there, what I sold right on through here somewhere. And it ended up pulling back a little bit, and then it took off and hit, and I could have made a little more money, but my 70-30 rule, I just tried to adhere to it. And if you look at my videos, you'll find out what I mean by 70-30. And it's just, getting in the meat of the trade. I don't have to have the high. I don't have to have the low. I want the meat. So I went ahead and sold it, and it turned out it was a good call. Right here's an M. There's a little, usually it'll sell off a little more. But then it rallied up again and came on down. So I was pretty happy with my trade. Actually, see, I wasn't. See, yeah, it was there. That's where I sold it. And then it sold off pretty much the rest of the day. And then, last night it ended up selling off, pretty good. Actually, the end of the day, it sold off pretty good. And then all night it sold off a lot. So it'd been nice if I would have got in some puts up here, but I didn't. I was preoccupied into other trades, and I took some time off yesterday and just had some me time. And you got to do that sometimes. You can't watch charts all the time. You got to have me time. So I did make money on it. It wasn't like I did the other day. The other day I made $21.40 on. I think it was a $700 investment. I think that's what I had in it, and so I made good money on it. And then I made some more today. I wish I'd got in some puts because I could have really rode that out and then sold it this morning if I wanted. So NG, right now, let's see. Let's look at the chart in what we think it's going to do. It sold off, and it pretty much sold off with the market. But you can see down here starting to turn up. I think that NG is. I'm not real sure about it. We're bouncing off the bottom of this fib right here. We've got this one down here. I think it'll probably sell off at least down to here and then come back up. But again, I think that we're, as far as short term, long term, I'm still bullish on it. I'm still bullish long term. But we come down, we touch that fib right there, so it might just come up and just keep on going up today. The MACD is showing it's going up. RSI is below the 50, but it's starting to kind of level out. I'm kind of hard to say what I would do right now. I think there's a chance it might come down, but since it touches fib right here, then I'd say it's probably going to continue up. So, buying some calls on that 30 days out, you're going to make money. I don't see that you'd lose money on that. So, then we go into the dollar. The dollar's rallying again last night. Like I said before, when the dollar goes up, the market goes down, and vice versa. So, where we went up, we're through this 180 now, and it's come up. This may go ahead and just sell off today. I'd like to see the dollar continue to go down. That helps on inflation. So if we can get that to come down and then the market go up. But, again, I think the market, I think we probably have another, 1-2 days before the market really takes off. So if we look in the 4 hour, it went up and touched there, but it looks like it's trying to come down right here. And then if we look at the daily, daily is showing this starting to come up, but it could easily just come up and touch, like, say, the bottom of this 15 and then sell back off, and that's probably what it will do. So if we look back here, it's coming back down to here. So this is just a pullback right now. So if you're into Forex trading and stuff, then I would say that, whatever you get into, know that the dollar's getting ready to reverse and come back down. That's my opinion on it. Just looking at this chart of how everything's laid out, I think that's where we would end up going. And then the Dow Jones, we won't know until tomorrow, but, it just keeps on selling off. That's about to stop. I think, again, it's just like the market ES. I think by Friday, I think we're going to be at our bottom. So, and then if we come back down, let's look at Apple, see what's going on with Apple. It dropped down. Apple just keeps on dropping, and I'm just not real sure about it. It's kind of hard to chart it out because of the way their factories and stuff being over in China. It depends on what all is going on over there. China's trying to get everything put together, get back together, but I think we might go back down to the 256.21, and we should bounce out of that. That is where we touched right here, and I think we'll probably just double bounce right here. So it'll be 1, and this will be 2, and then we'll probably start rallying, and that would actually coincide with what the market's doing right now. And if we go back to the 5-minute and look at that, we're almost there. So today may be the day that everything starts to rally. But I think it's going to be within the next couple of days. AMD, I bought calls over here. It sold off last night, but I'll buy more calls today. I am very bullish on AMD. Great company, great fundamentals. The technical analysis of it is pretty good. We're probably just going to double bottom here, just pretty much like everything that we've had. So when the ES starts selling off and it's going down and getting close to that, as much as ES could drop today, and for what this is, I think we're just going to double bottom again. So I'm long on AMD. We're looking at 52.69 is where the fib is right there. I'm sorry, 51.13 is where the magic fib is. So I think that's where we're going. I would be, if you want to get an AMD long, if you buy 60 days plus on your calls, 30 days would be fine. I think you could actually get away with a little less, but I don't buy less unless I'm scalping for the day. But I think that you can get in some 30-day plus calls and do very well. I think when this actually touches down here, then that's when I would start thinking about maybe same week expiration and doing lotto calls, as we call them, and where you can get in the trade and just sell it the same day. You don't want to carry a lotto call overnight. So that's my opinion on that. BA, I added that to the list. I got in calls yesterday, and I was thinking it might stop right there, but it ended up dropping some more. I don't know where the bottom is going to be on this, but I know that when the market changes, BA will go up. I'm long bullish on Boeing, and the reason I am is we have holiday season getting ready to start, and that's when all the planes and everything take off. I mean, Boeing's a much bigger company than just planes, but I think with everything getting ready to start taking off, there's going to be airlines starting to buy more planes and stuff. There's been issues with different ones, so I think they'll start getting more orders for planes. And with the travel going up, I think this will be good. Same with the airlines. I think airlines will turn here real soon. Carnival Cruise Line, I sold it yesterday. I was not sure what it was doing because the way it was coming up and the market was coming up. So I sold my puts here yesterday. I'd been better off to hold them, but you know what? I took, I think, around 40% yesterday, and I'm fine with that. I'm not greedy with it. So I ended up taking my money and just stick it back in my account. Where's the bottom on this? I mean, honestly, I think we're at the bottom. And if we look here, the reason I sold is we come through this trend line, and when we come through, I wish I'd have sold down here, but I ended up selling here. And I just think that a lot of times we will bust through a trend line a little bit, and then we'll come up. So I think that not today, but maybe tomorrow, I will probably start being a little more bullish on Carnival Cruise Lines. Originally, I said I was going to sell at 1990, which actually would be rolling through here. So that was my original plan, but since we hit that trend and stuff, I thought, well, I just want to sell it. I'd rather sell it and take a little bit of profit as to not take that little bit of profit and be in the hole. And I would have been in the hole up here if I'd have kept it. So I feel that I made a good decision, even though it dropped overnight. This could have easily just kept on going. So you gotta try to stick to your plan. And I mean, that was pretty close to my plan. I said 1990, and I sold out. I think it was right around. It was just under $21. So to me, that's close enough. And so that's where we are with Carnival. Royal Caribbean's the same chart pretty much. I believe the same way with it. Disney, I sold my puts here yesterday too because of the same reason. They had the trend line, but it ended up popping up, and then it sold off some more overnight. So if you rode the Disney train, then you did well. And it may keep on going just because that trend line's there. Don't mean it's got to stop there. If we come down, 81.26 was my original target. So I had $80 strike price puts, but I wasn't that far in the money on it, or as far as profit wise. So I just wanted to go ahead and sell it and get out. I took some profit. There's nothing wrong with taking profit. You can't have a home run on everything. And then, like right now, I'm looking at gold. I'm up $3,800 now. So gold is still dropping. If we go into gold, drop back there real quick. See, we ended up dropping all the way down to here. But right there is, I'm at 38.50 profit. So gold is going to continue to sell off. So we go back into MMM, 3M. 3M, I bought calls over in here. And I was actually in the money on it. Actually, I bought them right on this part here, I believe. I was in the money and it sold off more, so I'm in a hole on that, but I'm holding long on it. I believe that 3M next week is going to come right out of this and hopefully break out of this channel by the end of next week. So I'm long on it. I'll probably buy more 3M today. Buy it while it's cheap. NVDA, same thing. I bought calls on Friday, last Friday, which would actually be right over in here. Yeah, I bought them here. It sold off more, but I'm going to buy some more probably today, and because it's right at the bottom of this channel, and it should start taking off. And we're already at that fib as well. So this fib and this channel meeting together is that's money to me. I think you buy. Pep, that was the one where they bought out that company, Pepsi. So it's going to sell off. Now that it's got through this, I think that we're probably at the point where usually if a company buys another company, it'll sell off for maybe up to a week or so. So that's what I would do, is go ahead and long term, Pepsi's a good company. Roku, we're at the bottom on it. I think that if I were you, if you're in puts, you need to get rid of those today and then I would consider long calls on it. I mean, we're just turning into a bullish market right now, and I think that's what you all need to look at. Look at SPY. We're way down here on this. SPY's turning up right there. It's either going to be today or tomorrow that SPY's going to be good. I don't have that one charted out all the way. So if we go back into a weekly on it, and let's see, get rid of that one. I don't normally chart on SPY because ES is where I chart. If we come down to here, so see, that's putting us right on that fib right there. So we're on that fib. So being on that fib, I mean, and we're bouncing off that, close to that 180. I think we're there. I think we're at the time. Well, we already did TLT. Tesla is doing exactly what I said it would do. And let's see, let me try put this on a different time frame as far as the fibs. And let's see, we don't need that on there anymore. And with Tesla, let's start right there, and we're going to come down to here, and then we'll come back into the 1 hour. So we're at the 570 now. I believe that I had it marked down in the 400s before. So I think we might bounce here. The other fib I had drawn out was a different number. It had like 404 to 480 something. So we might get down to 476. But honestly, 50 might be where we are too. And since the market's going to return, there's a chance this might be it. So if you're in puts, I'd get out of the puts. I'd get out of the puts, and then I would get more into calls on it. I don't know if I would buy calls today, though. I think it's still got some time to move. But I would definitely be dumping my puts today. We got VIX. Should have done that one earlier, but VIX, we're at the fear factor. Like I said yesterday, see this ascending triangle? Look what happened. We jumped up. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in more puts on this today, because I know when the market turns and starts coming down, this is going to drop like a rock. So you can see right here that it's already kind of curling a little bit. So I'm long puts on this. I've got puts from way back over in here on it, and actually from right here. I've got puts here, puts up here. I've held off, waited. This was like a cup and handle. So there's your cup, here's your handle, and then it's just taken off. So I'm going to go ahead and buy more puts on this today, and I'm going to buy probably 60 days out. I've got April 1st right now, but I'll buy 60 days out, and because this is going to drop, and this is going to be like TLT and another just really good trade. So puts on this one here. Walmart shot up, and the market turned. And when the market turned, usually Walmart will kind of do its own thing, but then it started following the market and come down. So I'm still positive as of close yesterday, but now I'll probably be negative on it. But I'm holding mine. I bought them way out. I could have made a lot of money right here, but I held it to keep on going. I don't regret my decision. I stick to my plan. My plan is to go to 130. So I think that probably today Walmart will probably start going on up, and then I don't think it's going to sell off anymore. I think it'll just keep on rocking. So if we rage on it today, it would be great. And let's go back and look at ES again before we close. We always try to look at it last. That's our money stock to see where everything is. So, with it dropping down like it did overnight and coming here, I'm going to go to a 15-minute chart. It dropped down overnight and then it's come on over. So, I'm fine with that. It needs to get down to the 25-29 range, somewhere on through there. So around 25-30, 25-28, somewhere on through there. This will just continue to drop to there, and when it does, then that's when we can go ahead and sell and any puts that you may have. Matter of fact, if I was in puts, I'd already be getting out of them, and then I would start getting calls. I've got some calls on ES. I'm going to go ahead and buy some more. I'll probably average the ones I have. I'll average them down, and I'll get in those today. So as it's dropping, I'll continue to buy calls on it because they're cheaper that way. As soon as this hits and bounces and comes up, the premiums go up. So you got to buy your calls on the way down, but you need to know what your plan is. Just because it's going down don't mean it's going to keep on going down. That's just the best time to buy. So, and look at gold one more time. See this big old spike, it dropped down. So, we're headed down. There's just no doubt in my mind. We're going to that range, and I'm looking for the 1589. Like I said, I've already got my sell in place, so hopefully I can pull out a 10,000 a day on this one. So that's what I'm looking at. So if you're wanting to know more about charting, if you're wanting to know more about how to follow my trades, and because every trade I have, my members know about it, we have a Discord group. In the bottom of this video, there's a description, and it's got a link to our Facebook page. When you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook group, and there's a sign-up place there. You can follow a lot on our group there. I don't post trades on there. Only my members get to see my trades, and also the members get to post their own trades. So like TLT, for instance, was not mine. That was someone else's trade, and as far as their call out, and I followed them on it. So TLT, I made a lot of money off of one of our members, them saying what to do. As far as they wanted me to chart it out and see what I thought, I charted it out, and then we all jumped on it. So it's a matter of a group of people coming together and talking about our trades. We have different chat rooms for like options, futures, forex. We got a lobby where we all just kind of hang out and talk about anything, and we educate each other as far as kind of what's going on in the market. We have news feeds on there, and it's just really good. It's not that much money. You'll make enough money in one trade to probably pay for your membership for the whole month, and then after that, it's just all free. Got a good group of people there. It is more like a family, as one lady says in our group. We even have a boss ladies chat room. It's just where the women go and just hang out and talk about their makeup or whatever. So it's not just about stocks. We actually have some just some good times in there. We're joking and carrying on about some different things, but we're also very serious. We're serious traders, and we're learning. I'm teaching the charts and stuff. So as we do these charts, I post charts all day long to where everybody can follow it. Whenever they're curious about a certain stock, but maybe they're not good at charting yet, so they send it to me. I go ahead and chart everything out, put it on there, and then we talk as a group on what we should do with that. Should we be buying calls or puts or whichever? So it's very educational. It is people are making a lot of money in there. I don't have anybody complaining in there about not making money. There's been some other groups that I've been in that, as a matter of fact, another one that I was in, they're still complaining about not making money. So the call outs aren't that great. But on ours, we do this collectively. It's not about me. It's about us as a group. So it works out real well. So if you're interested, click on that link, sign up on our group, and click the sign up page there. And that will get you enrolled into our Discord group, and then you can be one of us and part of the family. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you got anything out of this video, a thumbs up would be very much appreciated. That helps me get it circulated through the YouTube. And if you can share this and get other people to like it, I'm trying to get to 100 likes this week. If I can get up to 100 likes, then there's more things I can do with the channel that will actually help market it better. So if I can get that, that would be great. It is a new channel, so any help would be appreciated. And if you don't see me in the Discord group, then I will see you on the Facebook chat. Otherwise, I'll talk to you tonight when we do the market recap. Have a great day and be green.